Hey folks, Dave here in Studio B as we get ready to play Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals here. It's a pre-play here on the channel, and it's going to be Montreal taking on Tampa Bay. As I just check my stream here, yep, and we are live on YouTube, and I think we're going to Facebook today as well, as we'll try to mix it up and give the Facebook people a little look at shootout hockey in Game 1 of the pre-play. So let's see how it goes. Last night I did shootout EZ. I might have messed up the first game, but that's okay. Tampa Bay ended up winning the series 5-1 in my replay. And this time, though, we're going to play it out in its entirety, each game in its entirety, the day of the finals. So tonight is Game 1. And so today we're going to play Game 1 here on my channel and see what we get. So let's get down to rinkside, shall we? And we get down to Tampa Bay here, as it's Montreal, Tampa Bay. And quite honestly, you know, as I mentioned, I don't really follow too much of the local, the modern stuff. I kind of tune in from time to time, so I'm not familiar with a ton of guys. My heyday was, 71 to 91 or something like that. That was my hockey heyday, so I know some of the guys here, so I'll probably get some of the pronunciations very wrong. But anyway, I wanted to play it out here as part of a group project here in Shootout Hockey. We're going to play the day of the game, depending how long the series goes, will be how many games we play. And this is Game 1 of the series, Montreal at Tampa Bay. Montreal in the red, Tampa Bay in the white, as you can see. Although I think in the modern era they play white on the road and dark at home, whichever. You get the idea here. So the scoring range for Montreal will be 1 to 14 on regular strength and 1 to 29 on the power play. And Tampa Bay will be 82 to 100, so a decisive advantage for Tampa Bay in this game. And on the power play, Tampa Bay will be 67 to 100. What that means is when I flip the card, I'm looking for the number in red, and that'll determine what is going to be a scoring chance, a penalty, or just no action whatsoever. A Steeler fan joins us here for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup pre-play here using shootout hockey. All right, so let's kick things off now. I'm not going to really explain too much how to play the game, but let me roll the first card and tell you what's going on here. So what I look for here, the first roll is the sequence, I look for the minute. Under the minute, you see it says 3, so I'm going to mark off 3 minutes off the clock. So I'm going to click down here. So we're in the third minute of play, so to speak. The next card, I'm going to look at the red number. That'll determine what is going to be one of three things: a scoring chance, a penalty chance, or nothing at all. And then we will follow through on the scoring chance or the penalty chance as needed. If it's nothing, we will roll again and start the sequence over, starting with time, if you follow that. All right, so 3 minutes come off the clock here in Game 1. Let's flip the next card. And this is going to be a 92. So 92 falls between 82 and 100. So Tampa Bay will get the first scoring chance. So now I'm going to look over here under who on the next card. And you flip a new card every time if you're playing this game. Uh-oh, we got a rare play. Rare plays are never good. You always want the scoring chance. But we'll check the rare play. We'll flip the next card. And it's going to be a breakaway goal. So Tampa Bay gets on the board first. We're going to see who gets the goal. It's going to be L. So Goudreau will score on a breakaway for Tampa Bay, and the Lightning go up 1-0. Let's see who got the assists on the play. So he's going to be out there with line 2 on the defense. So Goudreau from McDonough. And anyone else here? Any sixes here? No. So Goudreau for McDonough. So Tampa Bay goal is going to be Barclay Goudreau from Ryan McDonough, if that's how you pronounce his name. It's an even strength goal, and that comes at 2 minutes and 21 seconds of the first period. And the Lightning are off and running here in Game 1. They lead this one 1-0 on a rare play breakaway goal. So we're kicking off the rare plays here on the channel. All right, now let's flip for time. Now that we get that sequence out of the way, another 3 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3. So we're in the 6 minute of play now here in the first period. 82. It's another chance for Tampa Bay. Right on with the 82. Holy cow. So the Lightning going to get another scoring chance. Let's see who's going to get this scoring chance. It's going to be E. This is going to be Killhorn. Killhorn, the fourth line is out there. Killhorn's going to get the scoring chance. He's going to move into the Montreal zone, right into the slot. Point-blank chance on Carey Price. He shoots this one, and he scores. So Killhorn has made it 2-0 Tampa Bay here in the first 6 minutes of the game. And he's going to be out with defensive line 1. So Killhorn is his own left wing, and the other assist goes to the center. So Killhorn from Sorelli, and Tampa Bay goes up 2-0 just like that. So the fourth line coming through. I keep saying Buccaneers in my head. I'm a big Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, but it is the Lightning. So comes through for the Lightning, and it's 2-0 here in the first few minutes of the game. So now let's flip for time again. 1 minute off the clock. And it's going to be another chance for Tampa Bay. They are taking it to the Canadians here on home ice. Who's going to get this scoring chance? It's going to be Point. And Point come up big in my shootout easy replay last night. Point, I think he was the #1 star of the series, by the way. All right, so Point is going to get a chance now. Point into the Montreal zone. He works it around, but he's going to take the outside shot from the blue line. His long shot turned aside by Carey Price, and we play on. We might remember that save. So 2 minutes off the clock. So we're about halfway through the first period. 2-0 Lightning. 15. Oh, Montreal just missed the scoring chance here. They needed 1-14, and they got a 15. So we play on. Another minute comes off the clock. This number will be a 33. That is no action. So we're going to spin it here. Another minute off the clock. And 7. Now Montreal get a scoring chance, so a chance to cut the lead in half as the Canadians set up in the Tampa zone. They move the puck around. It's going to be slid over to Toffoli on the third line. He was out there. Toffoli gets a chance. Toffoli from the slot. Toffoli right in front, and Toffoli scores. And the Canadians are on the board on the goal by Toffoli as the third line gets the job done for the Lightning. So Toffoli will get this one from Byron. And Montreal's on the board. So Tyler Toffoli from Paul Byron. And it's an even strength goal for Montreal. And it is now 2-1 here in Tampa Bay. And I don't know the rink that Tampa Bay plays in. Again, I don't follow a lot of the newer teams like Tampa Bay. But anyway, here we go. 2-1 now our score. And it's going to be 2-1-2 off the clock. And it's going to be, possible penalty B. We got a possible fight going on here. We don't usually see that in the Stanley Cup Finals. And it is. We got a battle going. Oh, no, there's no 3. There's no 3. No, there's some pushing and shoving between Sherratt and Shen on the play. But there's going to be no penalty on the play as the referees separate them there. And there we go. So no fight. It's going to be 3 minutes off the clock now. So coming down to the last 4 minutes to play of period 1. 61 is nothing. 3 off the clock. Down to the final minute of play here in the first period. It's going to be a scoring chance for the Lightning. All righty, so Tampa Bay is going to get a chance to get their 2-goal lead back. It's going to be Point again. Point has it in the Montreal zone. Point, long shot from the blue line through traffic. Turned aside by Carey Price. And that will end the period. So the score after 1, it's Tampa Bay 2 and Montreal 1. Let's check our shots on goal. And see, Montreal is going to have 7 shots on net. And Tampa Bay will have, I think they had, 4 scoring chances there? So they'll have 11 shots. And again, this is kind of just artificial shots on net, but it still works for me. All right, so the shots on goal is 11 Tampa Bay, Montreal 7. Let's check out our box score, if we can call this up. And here's what happened in the first period. 2:21 in, it was Barclay Goodrow from Ryan McDonough, and Tampa Bay was off and running 1-0. And then just 3 minutes later, it was Alex Killhorn from Anthony Cirelli, and the home team was up 2-0. But midway through the period, Tyler Toffoli took a pass from Paul Byron, and he threw that in the net behind Vasilevsky. How do you say that name? Vasilevsky. Okay. And that's 2-1. Super Bowl tournament shows up here. Boy, we were up late night with Al last night, weren't we? That was a terrific Super Bowl last night. Al's championship season going into overtime there. That was a thriller. I was on the edge of my seat. That was pretty good. I was carrying the iPad around the house watching that last night. All right, so let's go to the second period here in Tampa Bay. And we flip the first card again, looking for time. 2 minutes off the clock. See if there's any scoring chances here. No, it could be a penalty on Montreal, though. So we're going to check to see if there's a penalty. And R and Z. And yes, we do have a penalty here. Only 1 on the play. So it's going to be Lehkonen on the call. So Montreal is going to get a penalty as Jesperi. Oh, wait, not Jesperi Lehkonen. Arturi Lehkonen will go to the box. And he will get a high sticking call. So that's one that they had to make. So Tampa Bay will go on the power play here. So now they'll get a scoring range of 67 to 100 on their scoring range. Yeah, I was kind of sorry he lost last night too, but he took Namath all the way to the Super Bowl. He's got to be pretty happy with that anyway. And so, all right, so Tampa Bay on the power play. So 1 minute comes off the clock. Here's the first minute of the power play. It's a 72, and yes, and because of the power play here, it falls in the power play range, so it's going to be a scoring chance for Tampa Bay. And power plays are usually deadly in this game, so I'm just going to put that right up front. So who's going to get the power play chance? It's going to be Maroon. Maroon's going to get a chance on the power play, so I'm looking in the power play area now. Maroon from the face-off circle, medium shot on net, and it's turned aside by Price. Ooh, you don't usually turn aside power play shots, but Price turned that one aside. So now we go into the second minute of the power play. And this one's going to be a shorthanded chance for the Canadians. Chance to tie this up shorthanded. It's going to be G. So it's going to be Toffoli again. Toffoli coming over the Tampa Bay line. Only this top corner here. That's what I'm looking for. This top corner here. Toffoli shoots and, oh no! Tampa Bay has to make a great save. Vasilevsky's got to make a save, 6-12. So I'm going to look for a save right here. Vasilevsky makes the save, and he keeps the score tied as Toffoli nearly tied this one up shorthanded for Montreal. So we play on. 3 minutes come off the clock here in the second period. Now we check for a scoring chance. 29, it is nobody. We keep playing on. 3 more minutes off the clock here in Tampa. 2-1 our score. Now 71, that is nobody either. So we're going to play on again here in Tampa. The team's fighting back. What a save by Vasilevsky there on Toffoli. 2 minutes off the clock. Red number says 91, scoring chance for Tampa. So they're going to bring it in over the Montreal line. In the corner, cycling in the corner with it now. The puck comes back to Colton here. One of the bench players out there. So this guy, Colton. Never heard of him. Colton's going to get a chance. Colton from the face-off circle. Colton's shot is turned aside by Carey Price. And Price standing on his head, as is Vasilevsky here in a 2-1 game. As Phil shows up here in Tampa Bay for game 1. 2-1 our score here in the second period. And it's going to be 1 minute off the clock now. And it's going to be 32. That is no action on the play. As Al Red Sox fan shows up. Al, we were just talking about how we're all hungover from your game last night. We're all up late watching that overtime Super Bowl game. And, this could be another penalty on the Canadians here. Let's check. And a Y in an X2. And no, the Canadians got away with one. And there's no penalty on the play. As, hey, Robert, 518 shows up here. As we got Game 1 going on here of the Stanley Cup Finals. Game 1 will be tonight for real. I don't know what channel it's on. It could be on the Oxygen Network or the Food Network. I don't know. They're really kind of crazy where they're going to put their games. But here on my channel, it's 2-1 here in the second period. So no penalty on Montreal, and we will play on. 4 minutes off the clock as we go deep into the second period. Hey, Amish Elvis shows up here. Good to see you here at the hockey rink this morning. And all right, so let's check for a scoring chance now. It's going to be a 3. Montreal has a chance to tie it up late in the second period. In the Tampa Bay zone, the puck bounces over to Gallagher with it now. Gallagher has it. Gallagher, even strength from the slot. Gallagher right in front, tries to backhand this one in, and he scores. Gallagher has tied the game for Montreal here in the second period. So Gallagher out there with defensive line 2. So Gallagher from Tatar and Daniel. So the whole first line for Montreal, none I've heard of. Sorry, I just don't follow current sports that much. But Gallagher, Brendan Gallagher will get the goal. So that's why I'm playing this. I'm learning this. So Tomas Tatar and Philip Deneau will get the goal here. And late in the period, Montreal has tied Game 1 at 2-2. And it's going to be on NBC. Oh, I thought they get rid of that. I didn't think they were doing games on NBC and NBC, whatever it is. But looking forward to the new Pro Strategy Football that I was playing last night. I can't wait to see some of the improvements in that. That's a really fun game. Watching from your desk as well as disgustingly warm noon. Yeah, I just get up and turned on the AC in the house. I was going to go take the dog for a walk, but I don't think I'm going to. It is just brutal out here, and it's going to be for the next couple of days. So I hear you on that, Phil. All right, so we got a tie game now Let's take a look at what happened in this game so far for the people that just got here. In the first, it was Gaudreau and Killhorn getting the goals to Tampa Bay. That put them up 2-0, but Montreal fought back. A first-period goal by Toffoli, and now a second-period goal here by Gallagher has tied the game here in Game 2. And so let's flip the card here in the second period. So we got 3 minutes off the clock. This could be the last flip of the period. And it's going to be another possible penalty for Montreal. But because they've already had 2, I'm going to roll the dice. All right, the red dice, 1 or 6, it will be a penalty. And yes, it will be a penalty, okay? Well, or at least a penalty check. Again, I kind of don't let penalties ruin my games. A Z, do I have a Z or an X2? No. So Montreal gets away with another one. And we flip for a 0. No, we don't get it, so that ends the period. So let's check our shots on net here. Montreal will have 11 shots on net. They're up to 19 right now. Actually, let's call it 20. So they have 20 shots on goal in the game. And Tampa Bay, I think they only had 2 scoring chances. So they'll get 10, so they have 21. So the shots are pretty much even now, as is the game. So Game 1 is a nail-biter right now. 2-2 our score. And again, just recapping the scoring. I know we just did this a second ago, but I like to do it at the end of the period. Gaudreau and Killhorn for Tampa Bay, Toffoli and Gallagher for Montreal. So let's start the third period here of Game 1 in our Stanley Cup pre-play. And we'll try to do this hopefully before each and every Stanley Cup game on TV. So let's flip the card here, and we got 1 minute off the clock. So we're off and running here in period 3. It's going to be no action here. We need an 82. We got a 79. So we play on. Another minute off the clock here. Slow-moving third period here in Tampa. 94. And we got a chance for the Lightning now to take the lead back. It's going to be, Schenn now, the third-line defenseman. Schenn's going to get the puck. Covetous Schenn, if you played Diablo 3 at all. Remember Covetous Schenn? He was the guy in the barrel. Yes, you do. I know all Red Sox fans knows Covetous Schenn. All right, so Schenn's going to get the puck now. Schenn is going to take this shot from the blue line, from his defensive position at the blue line. His long shot through traffic is turned aside by Carey Price. So that's a couple of scoring chances from the blue line for Tampa Bay here. All right, so we play on. We've got 3 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3. 3 off the clock now. Tie game in the third. Chance for Montreal. The chance to take their first lead. This will be 3 goals in a row if they put this one home. It's going to be C. Who is my C? This is going to be Suzuki. Suzuki's going to get a chance now. Suzuki in the Tampa Bay zone, sliding through the defense. He goes in the slot. Best chance of the game. Suzuki trying to put the Canadians on top. Suzuki shoots. He scores. And Montreal has come all the way back to take the lead here in the third. It is now 3-2. Let's check the assist on the Suzuki goal, shall we? Suzuki from Drouin, and also, that's it. So Suzuki from Drouin, and Montreal has stolen the lead. So Nicholas Suzuki and Jonathan Drouin have scored for the Canadians. That's 3 goals in a row for Montreal, and the visitors take a 3-2 lead here with about 15 minutes to play in the third period. So a shock, Tampa Stadium going up 2-0. They thought this was going to be easy, but nothing is ever easy on the ice. Now we get another minute off the clock. It's going to be a 40. That's going to be nothing, nobody. So we're going to roll it again. 3 minutes off the clock. We flip the next card. It's a 56. This could be a penalty on Tampa Bay. And a V. Yes, it is. So Hedman's going to get a penalty. So Tampa Bay penalty going to Victor Hedman. And he's going to get what are we going to give him? He's going to get an interference call. So Montreal will go on the man advantage here in the third period. Boy, is this not a typical Montreal game from the 70s or what? All right, so we flip one here. Montreal on the power play, looking for 1-29. And no, it's going to be a shorthanded chance for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay shorthanded is going to try to tie this up. This is going to be point now. So I need to go right here, top right corner, blue line shorthanded. Point. Moving in, Montreal's on point, shoots, and he's turned aside by Carey Price. Last half of the power play, a 20. Yet it's going to be a chance for the Canadians now on the man advantage. They move it around. They try to set up the diamond in front. It's going to be S now. S is, who's my S? S is, okay, Drouin's going to get a chance. So they get line 2 out on the power play. Drouin with it now. from the blue line on the power play, turned aside by Vasilevsky. So each goaltender coming up big here on the special team. So we shall play on. So Tampa Bay kills off the penalty. 2 minutes off the clock now. We're down to about 7 and change to go here in the third. And, this could be a penalty, Montreal. And it's X and Y2. And no, there's no X or Y2 that I can see. So, no, there's a no call again. So, they get away with another one here. We got 2 minutes off the clock. We're coming down to about 5 and change to go. Montreal leads game 1, 3-2. It's going to be a chance for Tampa Bay, though. Chance to tie the game. It is going to be Stamkos this time. Stevie Stamkos in the Montreal zone. Stamkos from the faceoff circle. He fires his wrist shot. It's turned aside by Carey Price. Carey Price is playing the game of his life right now here in game 1. 2 minutes off the clock. Time is ticking away on the Lightning now. 64. That is nothing. 3 minutes off. So we're going to have this and then to pull the goalie, and that's it. It's going to be a penalty home. I got to go 1-6. No penalty. All right, so now they're going to take the goalie out. This is how Dave does the goalie pulls. I do 2 cards, not just one. I do 2 cards. I'm looking down here in the bottom right 6, so the 6th skater is out. It's either going to be this dash, which means nothing. It's going to be empty net goal, or it's going to be a tying goal. I will pull 2 cards, so we're clear about this, as Carl Wilkerson shows up. So Tampa Bay's got the goalie out. They need to score here. We're going to pull the goalie. 6-man out there. I got 2 cards coming. An empty net goal ends the game, by the way. So here's the first flip. And it's a empty net goal by Montreal, and Montreal will take game 1, 4-2, as Josh Anderson slides it in. And the Canadians come out of Tampa with a game 1 win. So Anderson out there with defensive line 2, just for statistical purposes. Suzuki will get an assist as well as Druin. So the whole line will get an assist. So it's going to be Anderson from Suzuki and Druin into the empty net. It's going to even strength empty net goal at 19:54. And Montreal will take game 1, 4-2. Let's check our shots on goal, shall we? Just to kind of wrap things up with a bow here. So Montreal will get another 12 shots on net. So they'll have 34 total. And Tampa Bay will have 11 shots on net, so they will have 33. So Montreal actually ends up outshooting Tampa Bay 34-33. So that is our final score here in Tampa Bay, as Canadians take game 1, 4-2. Let's just check our final stats here. We'll show off what happened in this game as Price played that and Vasilevsky played 59. And let's go to our box score here. So one last time, we'll wrap things up. It was Tampa Bay going up 2-0 in the first, Gaudreau and Killorn, and they were off and running, and it looked like it was going to be a laugher. But Montreal scores the next 4 goals to Foley. Then Gallagher ties it. And in the third, it was Suzuki with the game winner, and then Josh Anderson into the empty net. And that's where we stand. Wow. So game 1 will go to Montreal. So we're back here in Studio B. And boy, what a fun time that was. See, Tampa Bay took it in 5, as I mentioned. So it's just going to save the file. Cup 1, 2020. There we go. Just want to save the box score here so I can call that up later. So, yeah, so it's going to be a win for Canadians, 4-2. And, shootout hockey's fun. And who was it? Phil, let's see, I'm just reading some of the chat here. If I go to my multi-stream chat, it's not showing me who's there. But, he thanks everybody for tuned in this morning. Boy, this is a fun game. If you haven't picked up shootout hockey, go get it. The new season is out. That's what I was playing here. I was playing the new season. I thought about playing out the whole semifinals, going into the finals, but by the time I set it all up and I got my other project going as well, I figured I'd just do the finals. So Montreal, upsets them. And Robert's rooting for the Habs. I thought, you're down in Florida. Is this some kind of reverse psychology? You're rooting for Montreal down in Florida? Crazy. Amish Alva said, I should have played this game, had it for over a year. Yes, this is a fun game. It's very simple to play. It's very fun. As you can see, it's very fast. You can play a game in 15 minutes. I've been blabbering for 5 minutes, but you can play a game in 15 minutes and get a lot of fun. You feel like you've played a whole game in 15 minutes. So, hey, that's going to wrap things up here from Studio B. I'm going to go head out into the heat and see what my day brings for me today. And I think Wednesday is game 2. I believe they go every other day, if I'm not mistaken. I'll check the schedule, but I'll try to come on either in the morning or in the afternoon and bang out a game here on my channel. There's a couple other people, too, that are banging out this replay here with Shootout Hockey. I try to get a group project going. So if you have Shootout Hockey in the 2021 season, play it out with us and let us know what your results are. It's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out, So if you want to join in, do that. We're going to post it on Facebook and also in the Delphi forums. And we're going to compare our results to the actual results and see what goes on there. So I don't know who I'm rooting for. I'm not a Tampa Bay guy. I got to say I'm not a Tampa Bay guy. I don't like the southern teams. The Tampa Bay, Nashville, Dallas, Atlanta, just not my things. I know I get the Flames. The Flames are different. That was when I was a kid. But I'm just not a fan of those teams. And Tampa Bay wins all the time, so I'm getting tired of Tampa Bay. Montreal, you hate them as a kid, but they haven't been there in like 57 years, And I kid with Ron all the time about the VHS and the Montreal Canadiens, but they haven't been there in a while. They're a bunch of young kids. They get high. If they did good for them, So I guess I wouldn't mind seeing Montreal. I know as a Boston fan it sucks, but they've been down a long, long time. So I don't have any issues with them if they would upset Tampa Bay. If it was, Montreal, Vegas, I want Vegas. If it was the Islanders, I'd want the Islanders, obviously. But between these two teams, I'm kind of tired of Tampa Bay, just to be true to myself. So, hey, anyway, we'll talk to everybody later. Maybe later on today I'll come back with Game 3 of Atlanta and the Philadelphia Flyers. I continue my 77-78 hockey replay with Al Red Sox fan and Uncle Ron over at Retro Sports Network. The three of us are doing that project, and we've been getting really good feedback on that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the project. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the project over 3 different channels. So you get 3 different people playing it, and we're playing all different games, and it's really been a fun project. Last night was the only blowout of the tournament using Franchise Hockey Manager 7. I did squeeze in a game on Franchise Hockey Manager, and the Flyers blew out the Atlanta Flames in that one there, but that's been the only blowout of the series. Everything else has been fun. I'll probably come back with some Action PC today. I might do that for Game 3. But, yes, I am, SDG. I'm not hating on the South, but just, I'm thinking hockey's a northern sport type thing. And, when I grew up, it was a big deal when they went to California when I grew up. Then they went to Florida and Nashville. And I have no issue with any of these places. I've been to some of these places. They're nice places, but just, just being Skip for a second here, I grew up with hockey in the north. Hockey down south doesn't work. And the reason why is, let's put it this way. If you were to get down to Florida, you could find write-up after write-up after write-up on high school football. But if you're looking for hockey scores, except when Tampa Bay's in the finals, if you're looking for hockey scores, you got to dig deep, and they're about this big. So it just doesn't get the respect down there that it does up here. Up here, all day long, we get Bruins talk. Even in the summer, we get Bruins talk. So it's just not a hockey place, that's all. And go Flames. Yeah, we'll see if the Flames, we go back home. We'll be in Atlanta for Game 3 and 4. So let's see what the Flames can do as the series is tied 1-1. So, hey, we're going to jump out now. We're going to let everybody go back to enjoying their day, hopefully entertain you a little bit on your ride to work or at work or wherever you are today. And we might jump back in later on with going back to 77-78 as we go back in time. Where's my thing? As we go back in time and play the 77-78 finals. And we'll talk to everybody later.